Is it working? I have no earthly idea if it's working. Is it actually working? I don't know if I'm live or not. This is such an interesting... Okay, so... Well, because I'm live. Wait, okay, so... But how come I can't get that from here? It seems so counterintuitive. What is going on? Oh, it is. Okay, so it is live. Alright. That's kind of sick. Okay, so how are we doing? Da 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 da. Alright. I can just leave that alone. I'm going to just... like it might be a little too loud. Like this might also be a little too loud. Maybe that's better? I have no idea. What does this look like? Is this actually working? Also, that should be there. Let's sleep really quick. Okay, what a beautiful day. Bum, 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 bum. Hold on, I also need to... whatever. I'll mess with it later. We shall see how this works. Oh, dude. Bum 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 bum. Yeah. Yeah. And bum 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 bum. Ba-dun, dun, dun, dun. I hope this turns out well. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so now that should be good. Okay, it's not there, it's not there. Bop, 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 bop. I have no idea how this sounds, so we're gonna test it out really quick. Hopefully it sounds okay. I don't know. I can't tell if it's working or not. Okay. I don't know if this is working properly, but hopefully it is. Kind of sounded like it might be, just a little. Okay, what was I doing? Do I care about any of that at the moment? I don't think so. Ba 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 dum dum dum. Okay. Alright, so hopefully I don't read. Does it sound okay? Or does it sound like trash? I haven't done this in so long. I don't even know if the settings are good or if it's too loud or just trying to get an idea. The fact that I feel weird, like I shouldn't be doing this. Brother, what is going on with the system? Why is that not being put into here? Okay, what if I just turn it off and turn it on? Why is it not adding... Did I mess something up? Gunpowder, slime blocks, that. Why is that not being added? Oh, it's probably because I have shulker boxes near it. Okay, this is awkward. Let's put that in there really quick to get that going, and then let's just move the shulker boxes. Mobs are much louder than me. Okay. It's also weird because I've never been used to my monitor being on my right side. Like, I've always had it on my right side, but it's like way on the right side of me. How do I... Probably if I do that. Would that be better? Rather than... Bet you that's a little bit better. How does that sound? Hopefully that's okay. I need a pickaxe. This'll work. Get rid of these. I think that'll be fine. Got this. Does snow have... Oh, that shouldn't matter. All these need to move though. Let's just go this way, I guess. Alright, now is it working? That's working. I'm so confused as to why this isn't working properly. I'm too redstone stupid to know what's actually happening. Good now? Alright, sweet. Sweet. Let's just see if this refills the way it's supposed to. That goes through. Oh, it's because I'm dumb, that's why. Okay, if I take these out. Okay, if I do that. Dude, I'm just stupid, that's why. I forget that it auto turns off. Oh, dude, I am not the brightest. That's okay, though. We're figuring it out as we go. Put these in here. Oh, it's a thunderstorm. No. Sleep. Alright. No. My throat itches. I did an adult thing yesterday. I mowed my front yard. I can't call it a lawn because there's more weeds than grass, but hopefully in the next, I don't know, month or two, that changes. That would be the hope anyways. Hey, hold on. I'm not even signed into my own chat. I feel that, brother. I hope work goes well for you, by the way. These go back in here. Right there. And we have plenty of glass bottles, right? We're running low. I need to replace those soon, but it's okay. We have so many slime blocks, it's not even funny. Why am I purple? I've always been purple. What do you mean? He's always been purple. Ever since I switched to Splunky, I made it purple. Purple's also the color of royalty. I think it looks cool. You know, likey? You know, like the purple? Does it not excite you? Make you tingle on the inside, you know what I mean? Put a smile on your face? Oh yeah! Okay, what was I doing? I need more glass bottles. It's just me doing this for like the next 30 hours. You know, initially this was fun to watch, but after... Actually, how many slime blocks have I placed so far? 69,264. But why purple? I don't know, it's just the color I went with. I guess at the time I didn't know if there were any other Minecraft YouTubers that had the purple skin. I don't know, I may change it in the future, who knows? But that's what I'm going with now. It also kind of pops, you know what I mean? There's a little pop action to it. I make you tingle, you know? I do tend to have that effect on people. I come by it honestly. You know, my father has a swag about him. You know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. This is working. Look at my little slime guys, my little homies. I need to name them. Like Squidget 1, Squidget 2 or something. Thing 1, Thing 2. Ooh, has a nice little rang to it. Okay, so that will pause since this is full. I can grab more of these. Then we fly up here. place all that. That's good to go. I don't think I need to... Okay, alright, learn how to jump. There we go. 2, 4, 6, 8 plus 2, 4... Gosh, 13, I don't need to make any more yet. You should see if you can find a block tracker or something to put on screen so people know how close you are to the goal. Oh, this is how we're keeping track. So, let's not open that. I have to fill all these shulker boxes, and I've already done 40 that I already have placed in the end, which I would fly over there, but last time I flew to the end, I lost my allays that are up there. And let me show you, actually, it will probably make more sense if I show you. But those little guys right there get hurt and basically create these little guys, but these despawn for some reason, and they're not easy to get in there. So I'm kind of afraid to leave this area, but I would show you the end. It's actually the thumbnail. I've placed a bunch of the slime blocks, which was 40 shulker boxes, and I needed, I don't know why I'm not good at math, but I'm not. I needed, basically, I got a quarter of what I needed. So I have to fill all these up, but as you can tell, I'm starting on it. But I've made it all the way to here so far. So this is, that's empty. All of these need to be filled up, and then all of those need to be filled up. Scooter makes you splunky. Also, the color you were asking, why did I come up with this color? All I could think about when I made the name Splunky was like when Nickelodeon used to do the like green ooze stuff, but the green just seemed really weird at the time, and I don't know why necessarily, so I went with the purple. That was another reason. Or maybe because when I came up with the name Splunky, I thought of the drink from Jimmy Neutron, and like it's purple. That was the whole thought. I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense. I guess I could just continue filling up chests. That seems like the most practical thing to do at the moment. This has been my life for roughly 2 or 3 weeks. I have been able to watch a bunch of One Piece. That's been nice. We're starting to get into the really, really good stuff. I'm like getting close to being 700 episodes in. Granted, I do skip like I don't know, 4 or 5 at the end of each season, because it doesn't really have any value. Like the storyline, it's just like extra stuff while they were making the new seasons. You know what I mean? And then I'm all caught up. I got all caught up today on Blue Lock, the manga, because so good. I do need to continue watching what is it called? I have it pulled up. But 1 second. The beginning after the ends. I'm caught up on the manhwa, but I'm not caught up on the actual anime, so I need to catch up on that. But that is so good. If you haven't watched it, you should. Do yourself a service and go watch it, or go read it. Either one. Probably watch it because reading it's a little bit more difficult to get access to. I don't know why that is, but anyways. All these. Bow, 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 bow. I'm getting so hungry at the moment, but I'm also fasting, so I'm not gonna eat. Oh, I was talking about my yard. That's right. So, been looking at different types of grass. I don't know if you guys know, but there is a ridiculous amount of grass. I need to watch the new Fire Force. Is it fire? Ah, man, I cracked myself up. I do need to watch it. I saw the trailer and it does look good. I will say, in my opinion, Fire Force has probably, it might have the best sound design of any anime I've ever watched. I'm trying to think. Is there another one that's better? Is there? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think it has the best sound design of any anime I've ever watched. It is so good. And I don't know how much they get paid. It's none of my business, but I hope they get paid very well because they have done a fantastic job of making that stuff sound great, you know? I also know that like I like Fire Force so much that I don't want to, I hate waiting week by week. So I kind of want to get the season over with or close to before I start watching it. I don't know if you're like that or if you're, no, you definitely like to watch it. I never finished whatchamacallit because we got rid of Hulu because they tried to, well, we had the Disney Plus package and then Disney Plus was like, hey, we're going to charge you. It went from like 13 bucks a month to like 26 and we were like, nah, ain't doing that. So I never got to finish Blood War. Freaking Bleach. There we go. So I really want to finish that. I assume the season's already over, but I don't know for sure. It's almost nighttime. This is my home. My actual home is over there, but that's neither here nor there. Please, let me sleep. I really need to address all my farms and how ugly this area is becoming. But there's a part of me that really doesn't want to rebuild it. Like this, I'm never going to touch that. That bad boy, I will never touch. But I may destroy these. I'll definitely get rid of this slime farm, because this slime farm was... It's really good. It's about as good as this one, but this one's way easier to deal with than that one, so... Requires a whole lot less work. Do you guys take allergy medicine? Do y'all have allergies? Like, is allergies like a bad thing up north? Because the allergies here in West Texas, not fun. And then I mowed yesterday, and it's like, even with my allergy medicine, I am dying at the moment. I was wheezing so bad last night. It sounded like a fish out of water. I can move that there and do that. Yeah. Anyways. I also need to make a blaze farm. I may have enough blaze. You don't have to worry about that. I hope anyways. I do hope. I do hope. Hop. 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 I'm not gonna say that, like, I'm a scientist or anything like that, but I feel like I am, you know? I have no idea what actually goes on in a lab, but I feel like it's very similar to this. You're just mixing stuff, maybe the occasional explosion. You know what I mean? The occasional oopsies. Sorry, I spilled acid all over the floor. I hope it doesn't destroy anything. I used to be terrified of chemistry in school. because of that exact reason. I remember my chem teacher just being like, hey, when we're in here, be very, very careful. If you happen to get anything on your face, on your body, or in your eyes, there's a little water shower section in the classroom. And I would stare at that section in the classroom and be like, why do we even have this class? Why is this a thing? I don't want to do anything with science. I definitely don't want to be around chemicals that might kill me or scar me for life or hurt me to the point where I can't function properly. I understand the importance of the class, but like, I don't want to be a part of it. All right, that's empty. This is the only bad thing about this, is I have to like slowly, methodically, in a very annoying fashion, grab stuff from these chests. And I think it'd be better if I didn't do that, but yeah, no. Like if I had some kind of system that allowed me to just walk by them, but I don't. And oddly enough, I say this all the time, and I probably should stop saying it, but I feel like I'm too lazy to fix the problem. But then you like look at some of the things I've built, and you're like, you're too lazy to do that, which would take 15 minutes to do, but you'll go and build that whole thing. It doesn't make sense. It's never made sense to me. But that's how my brain works. I may be alone in that, but I don't know. No. I started working out yesterday. No. The day before, yes. The day before yesterday, I am paying a hefty price because I got sick like 2 months ago and I haven't been back to the gym since, right? And yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go into my garage. I'm gonna do a simple workout on the row machine that we have out there, and I think I made it 25 minutes, and I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I feel a little sore, but I think I'm gonna be okay. No. I woke up yesterday wondering if I got hit by a truck, and then I mowed yesterday, and now I just feel like everything hurts. But I know the best thing to do is work out again, right? Just to stay on top of everything. But I also don't want to do that because I'm hurting. I don't know. I'm probably just being a big giant baby about it all, but that's my reality at the moment. I will admit though, I'm down 10 pounds. So that is a feels good moment. Guys been working out every day with a trainer, even waking up and going at like 6:30. No way! Is this true? Scotty, is this true? I just got goosebumps, dude. I no joke, I am super, if that is true, I am super proud of you. That's awesome. I am curious what was the shift? What happened? Why do we make this decision? He's a such machine last week and my legs look massive. That's what I'm talking about. Just, you got them thick boys. Them thick boys. Love it. I need to get back into weightlifting, but I told myself I want to lose another 40 or 50 pounds before I get back into the gym, because my goal this year is to run a marathon. I really, really want to. But the running that I was doing when I was training put so much stress on my joints, it hurt way too bad to do it, so. Dude, I love it. How are you feeling? I bet that first week sucked. That first week was probably not fun. Well, if you have a trainer, he or she, I don't know, CJ could be either one, but hopefully they kind of eased you in so you weren't too terribly sore, because I've done the mistake of like going into being like, oh no, I got this, and then literally couldn't walk for like a week. Wanted to be healthy and be able to keep up with my son. Oh, 100%, I feel that. I feel that. They have a different level of energy, my brother. A different level of energy. But it's fun. I realized the other day, like, I haven't been working out as much. I realized the other day that I'm one major life event away from like being from a health perspective, like in really bad shape. And so I was like, all right. So I've been intermittent fasting and everything, and eating, cleaned up my diet a ton, and just doing a whole lot better. Legs have been feeling really weird for a while, almost like I have restless leg syndrome. But it turns out I just need to move more. You've gained like 6 pounds. I bet you're hungrier than all get out. I bet you're just like, holy crap, I'm starving at the moment. I need food. Should we refill the slimes? Maybe? Yes. The answer to that is yes. Yes, we should. Let's fly over here really quick. Get the perfect advice for me. Kettlebell swing. Wait, hold on. Let me land before I die. I don't want to. Lose weight while you do max training. Kettlebell swing. Cool down. 1 long breath. Okay, kettlebell swing. Put down. 1 long breath. 2 swings. Put down. 2 long breaths. 5 to 20. Come back down. That sounds so painful. I'm not gonna lie. I'm snacking so much now. Just be careful of the snacking. I mean, you're obviously way thinner than I've ever been in my life, but snacking will get you, especially when you start to work out. So if you can meal prep, that will save you. You're also really thin, so maybe it doesn't really matter for you. VO2 max training will get. Oh, hold on. My wife is calling me. 1 second. Yes, ma'am. What's up? Oh, wow. I gotta go. You were there for an hour and a half. That's crazy. Yeah. Okay. 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 It's going well. My wife called. Okay. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay, sounds good. I'm fine with. Yeah, that's fine. As long as you're good with it. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm cool with it. Yeah. All right. Cool. Well. Well, get there quickly and be safe. Yeah, well, kind of normal. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they will. Okay. Let me know how they goes and let me know how you did. Okay. Love you back. Sorry about that. Yeah, collected over 69,000 and placed 69,000. I have one, I don't know. Here's about another 69, 70,000 here, but I've only made it to about, or where am I? Here. And then I need, I don't know, I'm about halfway. It's where I'm currently. It's just a mind-numbing, monotonous, but I don't know if I'm sure there are faster slime farms, but I don't. The ones that I found that were faster were like you need to carve out a perimeter, and you're using nether portals obviously to like fix the mob count and whatnot. I mean, I'm not a redstone guy, so I think that's how it works, but I don't want to do that. So I would much rather just collect my 40,000 slime balls, turn them into slime blocks. So I've been doing this for about, I don't know, I did it like off and on yesterday for about 10 hours. And during that time, I got to mow my front yard. It was great. I've learned this about myself. I don't want to start mowing. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody. Like, the idea of starting to mow sucks, but I thoroughly enjoy mowing a yard. It sounds so backwards when I say it. I need more glass. I'm gonna need a whole lot more glass. Uh-oh. Down here maybe? I think it's down here. Look at my poor... I don't know if it got rained on. I think it got rained on. Is that what happens when rain... Also, I don't know why that turned into cobblestone and this turned into smooth stone. Because that was lava. I don't understand what happened there. But anyways. Thought I had glass down here. I do. Okay. I think this is all the glass I have. I don't think I have any more glass, and I definitely don't have any more sand. But I guess I could trade with a bunch of my villagers. I just don't have very many emeralds, which is why I made this really disgusting small pumpkin / melon farm, but I didn't cure any of my villagers because there's 350 of them there. Mowing while listening to a podcast is the best. I agree, but I have really big headphones and they make my head sweat or my ears sweat. And it's really frustrating to wear. My ears get really hot. It kind of itches really bad, so I don't wear them. So it was just me and my thoughts out there. And I mean, I don't know, I mowed for like, it didn't take that long. It was like 30 minutes or something, but then I put down some weed and feed. And so in the next couple of weeks, your boy's gonna be out there doing work. You feel me? Doing work with the grass seed. Actually, I have to wait like a month. I have to wait like 6 weeks or something before I can actually put grass seed down. But so I'm deciding if I should put down Kentucky Blue. I don't think I would put that down because I think that requires it's high maintenance, even though it's super soft. I may just end up putting Bermuda, but like Kentucky Blue is super soft, which is what the wife wants. You know what I mean? So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with that just yet. We'll see. I have time to look at options and figure out what the heck I'm doing. I also have to get this like spiky thing that like rolls around and puts holes in the ground so that I can actually lay down the seed, because the other option is to basically you have to like screw like hair up to the ground, fill it basically, and then lay seed and then like cover it with go over it with a rake, and it just seems like a whole lot of extra work when I could spend $70 on a little spiky thing and put holes in the ground and just do it that way. I'm also thinking like buffalo grass would be cool because that's the only native grass to North America. But the problem with buffalo grass is it grows in clumps rather than spreading out evenly, but it's the only grass that's native to, it's not the only grass that's native to North America. It's the only one that's native to North America that is used as turf grass. But I think that'd be cool to have a native grass rather than using something that's not native. But yeah, I don't know yet. I haven't quite decided. Like I said, I have time to think about it. Which I also love that I'm in that phase of my life where I'm old enough to enjoy grass. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is cool. Grass is sweet. Grass does cool things. Put that in there. I don't need these right now. I just need slime. The slime potions, which I have auto crafted for me. I could make an auto crafter for those, but there's no real reason to. I don't know why, but this slime farm shoots out 2 of the slime potions, the oozing potions, and only 1 of the whatever those potions are called. What are they called? Infestation, I think. Yeah, infestation potions. And I don't know if that's something that I did wrong, but I'm not going to overthink it. I ain't going to overthink it. I'm just going to kind of do. Reed, do you even have to mow? You don't even have to mow, right? Or do you like mow your parents? I bet you mow your parents. What a kind son you are. Just the kindest, loving son. Also, this machine killed me. This doesn't matter to you guys, but I died when I accidentally lost my allays and had to replace them. I fell inside that little lava death trap there. When I tell you I dang near had a mental breakdown. I had to separate myself from the computer. I took like 3 or 4 days to not play Minecraft. I did no recording, nothing. I was so pissed off. Had my first soccer game in a few years this past Monday. First play, I decked the forward, skill moved past the midfield, dribbled in another one, and then messed up the final pass. You know your parents. I love the fact that you just decked somebody. I'm glad that that's the first thing you said. I could appreciate that. I hope you didn't care if you won or lost. I hope that you were just there to impose your will on somebody. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the game, you're just like, I don't care if we win this or not. Just know that I'm him. I'm the one. From now on, you're gonna call me Neo. I don't even want you looking in my direction unless you say yes, sir. Ah, heck yeah. I think you mentioned that. You excited about that? Dude. I want this to go faster. If I make 2, could I keep up with it? Probably. No nonsense defender, body on the line. I love that. I had a friend ask if my brother and I wanted to play in a men's basketball league this summer. Yeah, I don't know. Because it's like $360 for the whole team. So do I want to spend $40 to like not really care, you know? You complain to the ref and I told him next time try staying on your feet. Yes! Oh my gosh, it's diabolical work. Yes! Oh, I love it. Did the rep tell you to calm down? Was it like, hey, chill? He's getting a property a long way away. That's so true. Because how close are your parents to where you live? And I know the area you live in is stupidly expensive. Which makes me feel for you guys. Not that like housing is not expensive here, but you can find it's not nearly what you guys deal with. Y'all are like 2 times the price what we are. You can still find properties, you know, here for in an okay neighborhood. Like by okay I mean like would I be comfortable living there? Yes. Would I want to live there? No. But like around 150? It's totally worth it. Okay. So it was worth playing. Well, that makes me feel better. That may help my decision. I do love that. That's another reason why I've been working out, because I was like, when he asked me to play, I was like, at my current weight, I'm like 75 pounds heavier than my playing weight, which is definitely better than the like 100 pounds, 115 pounds I was, but I don't know if I definitely couldn't play right now comfortably for long periods of time without hurting. Okay. That's a solid plan to have in place. And would y'all do it where like would you go the traditional route in terms of financing and stuff, or is the plan like you're gonna finance through your parents and just pay them and have them pay the mortgage down, or continue to pay the mortgage down, so that, I don't know if you ever thought about that, but it would be more like rent to own rather than it's kind of like the way you could kind of look at it. You know what? I'll wait, sit here and wait. Why don't I fish? I haven't fished in so long in this game. I don't even know if I have a fishing rod. Do I? Huh. Would it be in this house if I did? This is like the starting area. What do I have here? I still have coal here. Huh. I don't remember building any of this. Do I make the perfect fishing rod and just fish, or Do I do it the old-fashioned way and try to capture, get lucky? I feel like I should try and do it the old-fashioned way, right? And just get a little lucky here. Feels a little wrong just using all the amazing villagers that I have. Do I have Swift Sneak anywhere? No. I didn't know I had my favorite sword. Oh my gosh, I thought I died with it. I mean, I did die with it, but one thing led to another. Oh, my wife is calling me again. 1 second. Hello? What's up? Good. Glad to hear. Let's go. Heck yeah. I love to hear it. Really? Alright, right back. He's gonna call me right back. Okay, let's see. But even with muscle and stuff, you realize how slim and light we used to be? Oh, dude, absolutely. Like, I think about the amount of hours I spent just running around, and I'm like, dude, we spent probably 4 to 5 hours a day running in some capacity. It's like, I'd lose my mind today doing that. You know what, I'm gonna put mending on this. And then I can just use this, and we will upgrade as we find other. Yeah, where is it? I also need a book. What am I doing? I don't know. The idea is to pay them right, knowing that the house title will be mine, whether we transfer soon or wait until they die one day. Finance, house upgrades, and maintenance. Okay, cool. Sick. Solid plan. It's a solid freaking plan. Do you watch Syndicate? I was watching his he has like a farm now, and it's been neat basically watching him work on that. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, I need a book, which is in here. Yeah. Alright, somewhere around here's mending. That's 34. I think I have one for way cheaper, like 10. Don't I? Unbreaking. Silk Touch. No. That's not it. Mending, 10. I did. Alright. Used to watch him back in the day. Does he do IRL Minecraft now? Basically, he basically bought a 110 acre farm and spends all his time doing that, which is pretty dope, if I'm being honest with you. The idea of having, I don't know about having a farm, but having land sounds cool. It probably isn't as cool as my mind would like me to think it is, but yeah, no. I need to AFK and get some more. There's so many things I feel like I need to build in this world, but just haven't. Alright, let's go fish. I feel like I should build a... there's my mob farm, but I feel like I should be building a creeper farm just so I can get gunpowder. Anyways, let's see what we get here. Let's see if we get lucky. Give me something good, game. I believe. I forget how slow fishing is when you don't have any other enchantments, but whatever. Now the question is this gonna break because before I get the XP? No. Wait, I should take off all my mending stuff. Yeah, take this off so it does this. Alright, that was almost really bad. It's also nighttime. Whatever, we're gonna get this fish first. I don't care! Risk it for the biscuit! Now that this isn't a hardcore world. English, brother. Doesn't really matter. Alright, cool. Got a little Chill, chill game, chill. Up here. Perfect. Perfect landing. Absolutely perfect. Landed right on my face. Alright, and then back down here, and then take these off. We'll do this until we get a little bit better, a little bit more durability on this bad boy, but it went up to 7. So is it always at 6? I guess it's dependent on like the size of the experience, but I'm wondering if it's the same size for fishing every single time. Your boy has been fasted. No, it's not. Okay. Your boy's been fasted 19 hours, 49 minutes, and 8 seconds. 9 seconds. 10 seconds. My stomach is grumbling. The grumbly wumbly. Daddy wants some food. What if I referred to myself in the third person for the rest of my life? Would that get annoying? I feel like it would. Surely. I just walked around like, nah, Splunky does what Splunky does. I hate the way that sounds. I hate the way that sounds. Oh, it sounds so dumb. Nah, Splunky is him. Sometimes. I want to know what type of lingo my kids are gonna have when they're older. Like, what's gonna be the thing, you know? I'm just gonna stick that up there. Bow, 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 wow, wow, wow. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. 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 I'm not gonna lie. Artlist.io was one of the greatest investments I've ever had when it came to finding music for content in any capacity. An in-depth library that is constantly expanding and growing, and their music bops, not gonna lie. And they also have like sound effects and other stuff, but you have to like pay more for that. I wasn't in a place where I felt like I should purchase that, but you know what I mean? All right, I can put these back on. We have more than enough durability now. So we're just gonna leave it as is. And hopefully we get something cool while we wait for... I think my farm can run roughly 20 to 30 minutes before I have to replace all the potions, so we're just gonna let it sit up there and run. And then we'll go collect some more slime blocks. Should I keep... You know what? I'm gonna move... What is that? Oh, that was supposed to be like the webcam. I'm moving this up here rather than on the hotbar there. Wait. What is happening here? What did I mess something up? I feel like I did. Why is it not showing? Ah! What did I do? This is what's actually showing. There's that. There's this. I'm so confused at the moment. Whatever, we're just gonna move this up here where it's supposed to be. And then I gotta figure out where did this go? I have no earthly idea. I may have messed something up. Whatever, dude. Whatever. I broken it. This is why you don't mess with your stream after you set up. We're not gonna talk about it. I'm thinking I'm gonna have a steak tonight. No, not one. I think I'm gonna have 2 steaks with 5 eggs. And then I want some fruit. That will be dessert. Oh, it's gonna be delicious. Oh, my body can't wait. I mean, it can. It has to, but you know what I mean? Come on, baby. Give me something good. Give me something. Give me a treasure. Give me a treasure. Right here. No, okay. Not what I was hoping for. We do that so that there's not... It's been so long since I streamed that I forgot everything that goes into it. I forgot how much time actually goes into setting up a stream. Since I'm doing all this testing stuff. About an hour ago, probably like an hour 15 ago, I was like, oh, I think I want to try just throwing up a stream just to see what happens, just to see what it's like, because I haven't done it in so long. And I was like, I use Streamlabs OBS, right? And it doesn't have, like, you don't use your stream key anymore. Or maybe you do, but like it auto populates into the software since you can log into your account. So I was logging into the wrong account, had to log out, log into this account. Talk about a headache. Then I had to reset everything up that I thought was already set up, but was not. That being said, things could be a whole lot worse, I guess, but still, was not prepared in the slightest. Come on, give it to me. I just want one treasure item. Either one fishing rod with an upgrade would be dope, or any enchanted book would be cool, because I don't have to spend emeralds on them. What else would be cool? I mean, it's really just getting a maxed out fishing rod, I think, is my goal here. Can you get... Wait, no, there's stuff that you can get for the little beacon thing that you put underground or underwater that helps you breathe and like kills fish and stuff. I forget what it's called, but it's something. It's something. It is something. I know that much. Yeah. Oh. Reed, y'all have Costco in your area? Surely y'all have Costco up there. That would seem dumb not to have it up there. Wait, have those emeralds always been there? Conduit, yes! 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 That's what I meant. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You can get the Nautilus shells, right? Is that what they're called? For someone who makes Minecraft content, I really don't know a whole lot about the game. How many do we have down here? It's gonna take forever! I signed up for this. All right, cool. Just making sure you guys are caught up with with the times. That's all. We went to Costco yesterday and spent $200, and it made me sad. After like, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks ago, spending $775 there. I mean, we have food for days now, but I remember as a kid, my mom was like, there was a grocery store here called Albertsons. I know it's a nationwide brand, but we don't have it here anymore. Basically, there was a, long story short, there's another grocery store that popped up and it got bought out, and our Albertsons bought them out, but they kept the original name of that new store because that new store basically stole all of Albertsons' clients or shoppers. I don't know how to word that. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, I got a stick. This game, okay, that's how we're playing. That's how we're doing this, huh? But anyways, I remember being at Albertsons and we checked out for the summer. I probably was in like later elementary somewhere, and I looked at the price and it was like $250. And I was like, oh my gosh, Mom, $250. And she was like, yeah, you guys eat a ton. I don't know if you understand what I would do today to pay $250 for everything I need in a grocery store for like a whole month. I wouldn't do anything illegal, but you know what I mean? You feel me? Like, I would do some stuff. I would do some things, is all I'm saying. Because it's not cheap out here. And it was not at Lachelle's. Thank you. I knew that I knew. You know what I mean? You ever like know something and then you like second guess yourself? Like, I do that with words all the time. I spell it right and then I stare at it like a moron rather than just going and checking the spelling. I just sit there and I'm like, I know I spelled this right, but for some reason it looks weird today. I would like to know the scientific reasoning behind that. Like, what is actually happening? Hold on, let me jump up here, jump up here, jump up here. I mean, the more I look at it, the more I'm proud that I've been happy that I made this thing. Anyways, back to fishing to give my brain something to do while I wait for slime blocks to be created. I think it's making somewhere like between 4,000, I think, slime blocks an hour. Is that correct? Let me do some math real quick. Yeah, it's making 4,445 slime blocks an hour. And I need another 200,000, so we're gonna be here a while. It's kind of depressing when you think about it. And the thing is I had the amount of blocks I needed originally, but when I went into the inn to mark out the area for the floor that I'm putting in, I made it twice the size it was supposed to be on accident because I was like half paying attention. And but then I started it and realized like I don't know, maybe 6 hours into placing slime blocks that I didn't have enough blocks. How many kids is Duncan trying to get in his one vision? Looks like a good start. I don't know. I think he can comfortably. It's ridiculous. Comfortably, he could probably train anywhere from 15 to 20 kids at a time, depending on how much, depending on how many like time slots he has available, because he doesn't own his own gym. You know what I mean? And so I'm sure that's something he'd like to do in the future, possibly, if it ever grew to that point. But right now he either has to rent a gym or he's has people that he knows that happen to have gyms that he can work out of and train out of. And so right now it's 10 to 20 because he's more focused on the quality rather than the quantity. Because there's another guy here who trains and he's a great trainer, but he is scaled to the point where he has like 200 and 300 kids that he works with, and so he does these massive group sessions with like 50 and 60 kids, and it's like you can only do so much like true training with a kid when you have that many students. And even if you hire out help, I mean, most gyms have 1 or 2 baskets, right? Unless you have access to like one of the high schools here. And so I don't know, he's really trying to navigate it, but no, he's had a heck of a start with One Vision. I'm really excited for him. I told him some of the mistakes I made when I used to train, and some of the decisions that I made that were not very good decisions in terms of like running my training business at the time, and so he's doing a whole lot better than me, and he obviously he's asking me tons of questions. He's like, well, what do you think about this? And show me this. I really, really love like some of the posts that showed the picture of his athletes, because it feels like they're being recruited, sort of has that like, oh, I signed and committed to a college. It has that kind of feel to it, which I think is awesome. Oh, I'm being called again. Yes, ma'am. Hello? 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 Nope, that was butt dialed. Oh, and we caught the fish. Oh, it's a clownfish. They call it tropical fish, but we all know I caught Nemo. I'm not happy about it, but I caught him. You know what I need to do? I need to make a blaze farm. I feel like I said that earlier, but I can't remember if I said it or if I thought it. I got more rotten flesh. This is out of here. Reed, I know summer's around the corner, so when's your Minecraft, when is your 2-week playthrough happening? Because you always do it in the summer. I don't know if that's like when you get the itch to actually play, or if it's just become like a thing, an annual thing where you're like, no, I got 2 weeks that I'm going to play while I wait for the new FIFA. Look at that turd. But you know what I should do? Let's turn on the shaders really quick. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah. Apply. Let's check this out. Give me 2 months and I'll be yearning for the mines again. I love how you worded that. Oh, there's nothing about getting down in the earth and just digging. Feels, I don't know, carnal, you know what I mean? It feels, I don't want to say manly, but there's something beautiful about it. Holy cow. No wonder people play with shaders on. I feel like my computer's gonna explode, but like, whoa, it's so nice. It's so bright though. Why is it so bright? I probably messed with some kind of random settings. Best MC MMO grinder in the world for 2 to 3 weeks. You'd be ranked #1 for sure. Hear from me again. You'll become Minecraft legend. You know what I mean? The fact now there's this one guy named Mumbo. Dude was a freak. Dude came in. I don't even remember him ever logging off. That's how much he played, and then he disappeared, never to be seen again. Kind of like the Avatar. All right, we're gonna turn this back off. I like the way this looks. I also hate the way this looks. Why does it look like this? Why does it look like this? Hold on. Am I dumb? What did I do? I could just reset it, but like that seems like a terrible idea. I don't know what I did. We're not gonna mess with it. Alright, we're just gonna turn this off. Ah, back to normal. I think I should probably put more slime potions in here. Potions of oozing. Yeah, we definitely need more potions. You know what? I want to build a fully automatic brewer for like all the potions and call it the apothecary. That sounds cool, right? Or am I like losing my mind? See, no joke, I literally had streamer as my tag in the Minecraft server. I played him because I would always promote for the summer. In return, I got like 3. That's hilarious. I didn't know that they did stuff like that. My dude said, "I'm gonna get my money's worth. I don't care how I don't care how I do it. But I'm gonna get my money's worth." Just business minded through and through. I love it. Put those back, and then we can make some more of. May not have to make any more of these actually. Let's just put all this in here for now. Move this over. we'll keep one of these. Put that in there, so we have a stack of each of these. Move this over, move that over. This can go there. That can go there. All right. Alright, let's make some more. Playing the same server for like 8 summers. At this point, the second I log back in, the owner goes, "Welcome back, man. We missed you." Which server is it? Wait, you said it's MCMMO, right? So I assume that's the name of the server. I'm making a very large assumption here, so maybe it's not. I don't know. I love that though. Do you have to like re-download it every year, or do you already have it pre-downloaded on your system? Surely you have it pre-downloaded on your system. It wouldn't make sense to not have it pre-downloaded. Oh, my eye itches. Owie! Rexcraft his name. Okay. I think I've heard of it, but I don't know if I've ever played on it. Sachiri's so used to streaming on YouTube. I have a question. If someone subscribes and unsubscribes, does it pop up as a new subscriber? Does that work that way? It's usually ready to go, but I have to update to one of the newer versions of Minecraft. Ooh, I didn't think about that. 'Cause I'm always updated. Well, not always. I usually wait a little bit before I try to upgrade and update, because they do make changes. Obviously, changes are made to the game, but all right, sweet. There's that. Restocked. Let me put these guys back, and we can go back to fishing. But I should definitely grab my bed after I sleep. Dum dum dum, bow 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 bow, do 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 do. Let me check something really quick. Do that. Do 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. I was hoping for something a little bit better, but that's all right. Okay, that makes sense. Cool. I was just curious how that worked. It's so confusing. I don't know, I feel like, I mean, I haven't streamed on Twitch in so long that I guess I don't really know what the differences are anymore. But I feel like there are some things that YouTube could do better, but I also know it's really, really hard for YouTube because you're such a mammoth of a company, so any small change takes forever to do because you're affecting everybody. But also, they're not just thinking about streaming, whereas Twitch just thinks about streaming. And running ads and throwing them in your face every 45 minutes or whatever it is. Which I don't even know how that works with streaming on YouTube. Like how ads, I know, because when it asked me if I wanted ads, I just left it whatever the auto setting was. Which I think it is like balanced mid-roll ads or something like that. I don't know how that works with YouTube, if they're very, like, if it's really interruptive like Twitch is, or if it's, you know, kind of a chill thing. And I don't watch a whole lot of streams because I'm usually like busy doing other stuff, you know. Have you noticed a huge difference from like when we streamed on YouTube in the past to like streaming on it now? And if so, what has been like the biggest change, I guess, in your eyes? Like, I'm getting really unlucky, by the way. Maybe not, but I feel like I should have at least something. Not that I need anything. Is it really? Fascinating. And when you go into your analytics, is that something that you can look at? I mean, I'm sure I could. Why don't I just go? I'm just curious how that works with live content. Huh. Well, I guess there isn't. I can look at some other day. It doesn't matter right now. The only reason I'm collecting, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but the only reason I'm collecting slime blocks is so that I don't die when I fall in the end, because I'm inevitably going to fall at some point doing something dumb, not paying attention, you know? And so I want this massive slime block floor so I don't die. Also, I think it'd be really cool to have a trampoline in the end. You know what I mean? It sounds so sick. But have that happen. And then I don't have to, but then I have to like, I already have what I want to cover it up with in mind, but I also don't know like how I'm supposed to do that because I've never done that. You know what I mean? Huge difference. It feels impossible to gain subscribers as fast while streaming. Used to be so easy, probably because way less streamers on YouTube. Gotta head out, the pre-workout is drink, and Papa has to grow some. All right, dude. Have a great workout. Appreciate you hanging out, brother. And thank you for helping me out with the stream and just making sure everything ran well, sounded well. Get that workout in. Grow those muscles. Why'd my music stop? What is happening? Hello? No, we don't. Did I go through all the music? I did. Oh no. Okay, so maybe we just don't do... Hold on. Let's remove that. And then, yeah, we just start from the top again, I guess. Right? Yeah, sure. We'll just start from the top again. Actually, I turn it a little... I'm going to turn it down a little bit more because it is quite loud in my ears. Blasting my ears off. It just doesn't feel good. Okay. Do I have enough to finish filling that one up? I do. I think. Let me look down here real quick. Oh, yeah. Anyways. Gotta love it. There's nothing like collecting slime blocks, you know? I couldn't imagine spending my time on this game any other way. There is nothing else I'd rather do than collect slime blocks and drive myself insane doing it. And then pretend like I didn't, you know, put myself in this position and just make myself do this. I act like there's someone else playing in this world. You know what I mean? That might be my favorite thing about Minecraft. Just pretending that things are happening that aren't actually happening. Like this whole area. Like, oh no, I got a kingdom over there. It's just me. There's no kingdom. I mean, I guess there technically is, but, you know, it's just me. Me, myself, and I. And tons of hours of breaking blocks, collecting blocks, and placing them. I would love to go to the end right now so I could show you kind of the work that I've done, but I can't do that because I'm afraid that the allays will disappear if I fly away, because it's already happened once. Now, I do have an allay that I collected, and it's in a boat, and I can just multiply it, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. But also, I would lose my mind if I had to sit up there for 30 minutes again and duplicate all of the stinking allays. By the way, why are allays one of the dumbest mobs in this game? I know they're supposed to help you collect blocks, but it seems so incredibly useless. I don't even know how they work properly. I know you hand them a block, and then I guess as you mine, they just pick them up. But where do they take them? Do they just carry them with you? Like how's that work? They carry them and follow you, or do they put them in a chest or something? Does anyone know? Has anyone used allays enough to know how they freaking work? Because I really don't. I just know that I was super annoyed having to collect them. Collecting them sounds weird. Save them, maybe, is the better term, and then travel the like 2,000 blocks I had to travel, which I guess isn't that far when you really think about it. I don't know. I'm just complaining at this point for no reason, mainly for the mental stimuli that it gives me. Also, fishing in this game is really not helping me. I guess I could do some maintenance stuff over here. This is my kelp farm that is really bad. I haven't found a kelp farm that is amazing. I think there are a few where it's like, rather than having it layered like that, it's like straight up and down, and then you have a okay. And then you have like a little flying machine or whatever, knock all the kelp down, but let's see. This is all the kelp I've collected over, I really have no idea how long, but a long time. Grab all this, and yeah, then we just do this. This is what I do. Wait, what am I doing? Opposite. This is what I wanted. There we go. I heard what? Oh. Let me grab all this out of there. No, don't do that. This. Come on, brother. Figure it out. Pull yourself together. Pull yourself together. Focus. Lock in. Okay, we can just do that. And that will start burning that. I got way too much kelp in my hands. Phantoms are worse. No, you know what? Phantoms. Yeah, but phantoms are only worse if you don't sleep. If you sleep, you don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? But I do agree. Phantoms make me want to slap myself. I have respect for most of the, Mojang developer. I do. Let me not pretend like I don't. But there's some decisions that they do exclusively, the ones pertaining to phantoms and the freaking allays that I question. Like, the idea on paper, it sounds like a great idea, but maybe it's just because the implementation doesn't feel like it was very good. Just put these back in here and they will, I don't know, they'll do something. Eventually it will collect them. Or if it doesn't, they'll despawn. It's whatever. I don't care. I don't care either way. But I agree. Phantoms are a pain in the butt, which is why I sleep through the night. Because I just don't want to deal... Seriously? I don't want to deal with them? Also need to make a wither farm. I haven't done that. That's something I should do. But that seems like a tedious process. There's so many things in this game that I feel like I want to build and should build, but either one, don't want to commit the time to, because I'm kind of being lazy at the moment, or two, I just have never built it, and so I have no like reference in terms of time commitment and pain, if that makes any sense. Which doesn't, I don't know why that happens in my head. This shouldn't be a painful thing. It's a video game that I can stop playing whenever I want. I don't know if like there's something broken in my head, or if that's a normal occurrence for other people who play Minecraft or just any video game. But there are very rare times where I just look at myself and I'm like, why am I doing this? And why is it so painful? Like making the mob farm over there, I probably sat around my house for like 2 or 3 days just being like, oh, do I want to build this? Do I not want to build this? And it's like, You're gonna need it at some point. Why am I complaining about something I need? Matter of fact, prime example, the sugarcane farm. I haven't built an automatic sugarcane farm because it happened. Oh, it happened. Oh, it happened. What is it? Oh, what do we think it is? I thought about playing on a server. I am not a very good server player. Because I kind of get locked into my, I don't know, I'm kind of shy if I'm being honest. And so I've played on servers in the past and people like want to talk to me and I just want to play. And so I feel kind of rude for not talking back or like not wanting to hang out. I don't know if that's a bad thing. I know it's probably pretty good to do that in terms of like helping build community, but I don't know, it's weird for me. There's like a handful of people that I'd love to play with. Also, I've played on a server in the past with like just my friends and they destroyed the stuff that I was building. And when I wouldn't even say I was mad. It was beyond mad. It was like rage, maybe. I don't know. I'm weird in that way, but let's find out what this is. What do we think it is? I don't know. Okay, hold on. Let me think here. It's going to be Fortune 3. Wait a second. Hold on. Yo, that is... That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let's go ahead and stick that on real quick right now over here. Over the lava pit, or right here. Wait, can I even put it on? Do I have the levels for it? Protection 4, respiration 3. Stick. I need to go get mending. We're gonna try and fish for mending, but I mean I can go to my villagers if I needed to. And just grab one. But I really want to fish a mending book, you know? I feel like, what's his name? From Green, yeah. Have a Green moment where it just takes me 438,000 enchanted books before I get mending. Or we can get super lucky and get it this next cast, which I think is actually what's going to happen. Matter of fact, I can see code with my eyes, and I'm looking at the numbers right now, looking at the code. It's not this cast, it's actually the following cast, okay? So in 2 casts, I'm going to get a mending book. This cast is actually going to be an enchanted fishing rod, and it's going to be the perfect fishing rod, actually, and we're not going to have to worry about... No, I have a trading hall. It's over here. It's overkill, and here's my trading hall. I don't know, I just wanted to do something a little different. So, got all my librarians, then we got, what are those, cartographers? Let's see, then we got our toolsmiths, just our weaponsmith is up there, armorers right there, fletchers, farmers, no, farmers right there, fishermen, there we go. And then we have our brewing guys, which I can't remember their name, and then what's up there again? I can't remember. What are these guys? Oh yeah, stonemasons. Yeah, no, I have one. That's crazy. Yeah, well, thank you. I'll show you what I've been working on. There's my my shulker box farm, and then this is my main base here in the overworld. This obviously will eventually connect to my trading hall there. This is where I don't really know what I'm going to put here. I'm going to have another portal thing here. I have some ideas of what I want to build here, but I haven't really dialed in on that just yet. But I have some ideas for here, and then down here is where I am working on my auto sorting system, my super storage. But when I started this world, it was a hardcore world, and I died. But this is the coolest thing I've ever built in a world, and it's the longest I've ever survived. So I asked everybody if they wanted me to keep the world, and most people were like, yeah, just keep the world. So I'm going to keep it for now, and maybe I'll start a hardcore series in the future, because I have some ideas for that. But yeah, we have stuff to, like, if I ever wanted to cook anything, it's obviously super overkill, but I really didn't know what else to put here. And then over here, we have access to what might be a future mine. I'm not entirely sure. Here's some extra storage if I don't want to store it in the super storage, like very unique stuff, you know what I mean? So, and then this will eventually continue on this way as I slowly but surely add stuff. So, okay, you saw this video, sweet. So there's that. Yeah. But I do have a trading call. I just never... What is... Let's get rid of that. Don't know what that's doing. But yeah, no. I just don't know what I want to do with all this. You know what I mean? I'm not entirely sure. My brain's going nuts, but I had this idea for the end, and I just... Hardcore doesn't seem worth it. Yeah, I don't know. I think it has a special place. There's something very, very fun and unique about this idea of, like, you might die and you could lose everything. But I think totems kind of take away from that. And if I ever do another hardcore world, I'm going to do something, like, extreme in terms of, like, having rules, things that I can and cannot do. I think is the only way I would really enjoy hardcore. I think with this world, it's just really trying to express my creativity the best I can. Like, I don't consider myself a builder by any means. The Bat Cave. Oh, that would be sick. I never thought about that. Fascinating. I wanted to... So initially I wanted to have this, like, kind of dragon theme for it, but I never got the dragon egg. So I didn't realize that when you respawn the dragon, it gets rid of the egg. Because I'd never respawned a dragon before. I had zero interest in doing it, but since I had this idea for the end, I was like, oh, I need to have all the end gates unlocked. So I unlocked them all and realized that the dragon egg is gone. So I don't know. I feel bad that I don't have it. It feels really weird, but it is what it is. Maybe someday I'll figure out a way to get it back or something. I don't know. I could always use cheats if I really wanted to, but that feels weird. I also have this plan or just deep desire. Maybe not deep desire seems weird. I have this desire to, like, fix all this because I don't know, it's just a bunch of farms and it's getting really gross. And but also I'm working on the end because I'm fixated on that at the moment, you know. So, but the world's coming along, I guess. That feels kind of cool. I never thought I'd build any of this. Like the fact that I've never done any of this in a world, and so I feel really accomplished, I guess, in that regard. Also, if I would have just spent enough time playing the game, I would have eventually gotten to this point, so there's that. I think I got enough oozing potions. No. Whatever. Missing one's not that big of a deal. We don't need to replace that yet, and we can go back to fishing. But yes, all that to say, I'm fishing purely because it gives me something to do while I wait. I don't think I have. Let me see. Let me go look. I should be paying attention to... Let's see. You said... I don't even know how to pronounce that, but... Okay. Whoops, I missed it because I wasn't paying attention. I have never seen this person. I've never heard of this person. I'll have to check him out. Mainly on Bedrock, okay. Have you been following them for a long time? No. IBX2Cat. IBX2Cat. Got you. See, I would have butchered that so bad. I'm so glad I didn't say his or her name. I don't know their name. I don't know what they go by. But IBX Toy Cat. Got you. I've been watching them for a year. So it looks like they make update content and then like it looks like update content mainly. Is that correct? Or like guy looks like okay, they have some guides. Fascinating. It's okay. Dude, my stomach is growling so hard. This is what happens when you overeat and you become really fat, like I am. Am I really fat? Not really fat. I mean, he's all over the place. Okay. I'm fatter than I'd like to be. Let me put it that way. So I'm fasting, but now I'm really hungry. So how did you find him? Was it just you randomly? I know YouTube just throws content in front of different people. Dum, 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 dum. Survival updates and commentary. Interesting. Well, that'll give me something to watch because I try to watch new content creators, or let me rephrase that, new to me, just to get an idea of like things I can do differently because I know I'm not the best content creator. But randomly, okay. That's one of my favorite things about YouTube, but I kind of watch the same people over and over again. Every now and then I'll get someone that's new to me and I get kind of like sucked in. Still fishing? Yeah, there's nothing else to do. I mean, if we look up here, there's just, I'm not anywhere near filling all these in. And I would take these to the end if I could. But last time I flew to the end, I lost all my allays. And so I would really rather not have to reset this entire farm again. And so it means I gotta basically sit here and wait until I get all this done, which means I probably have, I don't know, this is about 60,000. I've already placed 60,000, so that's halfway to what I need. That's 10. I mean, we're looking at like another probably 20 hours of doing this. You like his ability to just talk about random stuff? I feel like commentary videos is a dying art. I know with the algorithm and like pushing what's the word? I guess retention rates and stuff like that. I can understand why a lot of people don't do full-blown commentary videos and they do a lot of cut comms and or other stuff, but to find like a true content creator who is good with just having the ability to speak either to a camera or to a microphone while they're playing, I think is a dying art. And it's really cool in my opinion to find someone that can do that. Got anything cool from fishing so far? Yes, I got a enchanted book that gave me protection 4 and restoration 3. I was pretty happy about that. How often do I live stream? This is actually the first time I've live streamed probably in 5 years. So I have a family, so I have responsibilities outside of here, and I'm just testing the waters to see if this is something that I should do more often. Also with my work schedule / my wife's work schedule, she works a week on and a week off, so when she's at work, I'm taking care of our kids, and vice versa. When she's off, I'm basically doing this, either recording, it's usually recording, or I'm doing like other adult responsibilities. And so if this is something that I find that people enjoy and I can do it a couple of times a week, on the weeks where I'm free to do it, then I might do it more often, but it would be like every other week. He's definitely not dying. He has 2 million subscribers. No, not that he's dying, or like it can't, how do I phrase this? Like it's a dying art in terms of like, it is really, really hard to build a channel based off of just commentary, because you have to have it's a skill set that is not easily acquired. And with the way that YouTube is ran currently, with the focus on retention rates and click-through rates, it doesn't seem like people focus on that skill nearly as much as they did when like I watched YouTube, when I first found YouTube as like a kid or teenager. I don't know if that makes any sense. Hopefully I explained that a little bit better. I'm half paying attention right now. My brother is texting me. Okay. Dude, I just want, honestly, I don't even want the enchanted books. The enchanted books are cool. Like, it's a cherry on top. But what I really want is to just get a really nice fishing rod. What are the bar things on the top of the screen? So if someone subscribes to the channel, it should pop up on there, but I don't know if it will. I don't know if it works. So that's why I have it as like a test stream, is I'm just trying to figure out like if some of these things are broken or not, or like what aspects of the stream that I need to fix. But so like the top left corner, if someone subscribes to the channel, their name will pop up there. If you're already subscribed to the channel, it's not going to work. If you unsubscribe and resubscribe, it won't work. It's like if you're brand new to the channel. And then I don't know what the other three do. One of them is like if someone, I guess, gets like a membership to the channel, I believe. And then I think there's one for like donations, but I'm not 100% sure. If I'm being honest. I just, I had this streaming package from when I streamed a long time ago, but at the time I streamed on Twitch, not on YouTube. So I'm fairly new to how it works with YouTube. And also things have changed in the past 5 years, so. Oh, for sure. That has happened to me. I find myself like, I find it hard now to even watch movies sometimes, which I think is horrible. So recently, one of the things I've been doing is like trying to put my phone away whenever I'm like going, like if I'm outside, I'll go set my phone inside because I have like a little garden in my backyard, and like if my kids are running around the backyard, I'll just hang out with them, and vice versa. Like if I'm watching a movie, I'll try and put my phone in another place because I find myself like unconsciously like tapping my pockets. It's so bad. I think the internet and I think online has opened a lot of opportunities for a lot of people, but at the same time there's been a massive negative effect, and I think most people's ability to just focus on things that are going on around them. I find that I'm not as present as I should be with like my wife or with my kids, which like really hurts me. I don't know, it's a balancing act, you know what I mean? And I think that can be super difficult, especially as you're trying to figure out, you know, your own interests. And also I think one of the things that I used to do and probably still do to some degree is just the constant compare. This is, you know what, I'm okay with this because it means I can do that. Just adding a little floor. But constantly comparing myself to like other channels and just other people. Like I'll go onto Instagram and see someone driving a Lamborghini. I have no idea if they actually bought that. I don't know if they're renting it. I don't know if it's their friend's car or their parents' car. I have no clue. But I'm sitting there like, oh man, I'm not doing well in life because I don't have a Lamborghini. Which, by the way, even if I did have a Lamborghini, I can't actually... What did I just press? I don't know what I pressed. I don't know. I guess a bone's all right. Let's set it over here, actually. I can't even fit in a Lamborghini, like, comfortably. I'm too big. I'm too tall. So, I've never been camping. I've never been camping a day in my life. Well, okay. I've never been truly camping where I left, like, my city. I've slept outside. There's this... My friend had a birthday, and he wanted to go spend some time on, like, this... he had a friend that owned some land, and so we went out there and camped out there, but it was like, it wasn't actually outside of the city that I live. So yeah, and I live in Texas, so like going outside of Texas, I don't know where you'd camp in Texas. It seems very miserable. If I went to camp, I feel like I would want to go to like Colorado or Oregon or Washington State or something like that, but I'm not sure. I've got to go. That's what people tell me, that I've got to go, but I've never... I don't know. I really need to make time for it. Maybe that's something my wife and I can plan. We should plan. Just time outside. I feel like making a campfire would be so sick, and then like cooking a steak on that. Oh, it sounds so delightful. It truly sounds amazing. Watching the sun go down, something like this. There's a big giant mountain in the background. Oh, sounds incredible, but I've never done it. I also have this like unrational fear that like a mountain lion or a bear or something's gonna come out of nowhere. Backpacking is so satisfying. See, in my mind, it sounds like it's all fun and joy, but I'm overweight at the moment. My goal is I've lost almost 40 pounds, but I probably need to lose another 50. And at a minimum 50, right? Backpacking seems so horrible until I get that weight down. But then again, I'm also big, so I should probably just get out there and backpack, because it's like you're fat as it is, so get out. I went on a bike ride the other day on my rinky-dinky old rusty bike, and some rando in a Ferrari sped past me. You know, honestly, I don't think anyone has spoken truer words. You know what I mean? How do you not compare yourself? Don't get me wrong, I have a love for my bike. I have a deep respect for it. It's gotten me from point A to point B more than once. But I could get from point A to point B faster if I was in a Ferrari, you feel me? But also, I don't want to drop, I don't know how much Ferraris cost, but I imagine they're at least 6 figures. I look at my bank account, it's not set up that way, you feel me? It's quite alluring. See, now, oddly enough, since I'm fishing in Minecraft, I do enjoy fishing. I haven't done it in a long time, but I do love fishing. I've always enjoyed fishing. And maybe I haven't always enjoyed fishing, but it was because my grandparents used to take me as a kid. And then growing up, I used to spend quite a bit of time on this lake near Dallas, and we would fish out there quite a bit. I don't know, there's something about fishing that I've really enjoyed. The patience of it, just kind of chilling next to water. I've also never been hunting. Hunting is something that I'm interested in, but I don't want to hunt for like trophy hunting. I'm not interested in killing animals just to kill them. If I ever went hunting, I would want to like eat the animal, you know what I mean? Whoa. Wait, okay. One thing, and just so you know, most people, everyone loses a pole at most people. I had that happen to me where I don't know what happened, but like you get so like into fishing and like pulling the fish out of the water. At some point, the pole just slipped out of my hand. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful thing to do on your own. There is something about not having to think about anything other than the cast and reeling in a fish. If you get a bite, you know, and maybe it's because you have to focus on like truly feeling the bite of the fish. There's something very, I don't know, there's a calming effect there that I think a lot of people don't understand. If you definitely don't understand if you've never fished. But then there's like the adrenaline rush and the dope that you get whenever you do get a hit, and you're like, yes, you know, just you and your thoughts. 100%, brother. 100%. There are times where my wife will be like, what are you thinking about? And it's like, I'm not thinking about any one thing. I'm just in my head, and it's really, really nice. So I'm going to stay here, you know? It got me when I was relaxing in days. That's what will catch you. That's the wonderful thing about fishing. It's like you can be super relaxed, but you also have to have like, you have to pay a little bit of attention because there's always something that could happen. Last time I fell off a rock and I was on. I don't think I've ever fished off of a rock, like or a large boulder or anything. I'm trying to think. Because the lake that we went to, nope. I did go. So I did have and I don't know if this is actually what hit me, but I went tubing on the lake that I used to fish on when I was a kid, and I was a heavy set kid, and that so I was like the boat was pulling the tube faster than it was pulling me. I don't know if that makes a whole lot of sense. Either way, the tube was slipping out from under me. So I'm like holding on for dear life because I don't want to be. I'm terrified of large bodies of water. I have this irrational fear of sharks. But anyways, I didn't want to fall into the lake because I was like, they're gonna have to. I'm gonna be floating in the middle of the lake. I can't see anything underneath me. They're gonna have to drive around. Who knows how long it's gonna take for the boat to get back to me? So I'm like falling into the lake, but I'm being drugged because the tube is no longer underneath me. My body is in the water. I'm skipping on my butt across the water, and like my shoulders are being pulled out of socket. It hurts so bad. But I'm pretty sure as that was happening, some fish was going to come up and jump out of the water, and it ran straight into my butt. When I say my tailbone was sore for like a week, I feel bad for the fish because I don't know if it survived. But yeah, not fun. Oh, that sounds so sick. I've never... No, that's a lie. I've fished in the ocean once. It was South Padre Island, and I was probably... I think I was in high school. I'm trying to think if I was in high... Yes, I was in high school. I was probably... I think I was a junior in high school, going into my senior year. So it was the summer after my junior year, going into my senior year. And it sucked because the line that we kept the fish on, we caught 3 fish that day, and one of the fish, or 2 of the fish, one of the fish that we kept them on got stuck in between the rocks and we couldn't get them out. And so we got like 1 or 2 of the fish out of the 3 that we caught. And it was my now wife's, my father-in-law, he's the one that took us. He was so pissed off. His face was turning red. He was so mad. We had to like try and calm him down. It didn't work out very well. Do. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Man, all right, feels like a waste. Not gonna lie. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Kind of feels a little sucky. Whatever. Let's actually check and make sure the potions are doing well. Travel to anywhere fun? What do you mean? Like, have I traveled to anywhere fun? Yeah. I have traveled. Let's see. Disney World was pretty fun. I went there when I was in middle school. That was dope. What else? Been to Colorado a few times. I have been to California, been to LA and San Francisco. Lived in LA for a year. That was a interesting. Like, I have one of my best friends is from there. Like, I met him while I was there, so that was cool. But other than that, LA is a very interesting place. Been to New York City. Don't like New York City. Not for me. I've been out of the country twice. Been to Mexico. That was cool. And then have been to a small country in South America called Belize. Yeah, I'm not a punch 2 guy. Alright, sorry. Wife is texting me. She's asking about dinner. I don't even know what time it is. It's 4. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. Back to... I really just want to upgrade my fishing rod. That would be super nice. That would be the dream. Bro, exactly. Exactly. New York City. I feel bad. Okay, so I'm 6'4". And like I'm... Was that back to back? Was that back to back? I'll continue my New York story in a second. Was that back to back? That was back to back. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, yes, it's an upgrade. Let's go. Haha. Okay, sick. Sick. Let's go. Bam! Give me that. Give me that. I will take it. I'll speed this up. That feels so good. That feels so good. So I'm 6'4", and I'm the shorter, one of the shortest person in my family. Okay, so my brother is almost 6'7" or 6'6". I think he's 6'6". My dad is 6'6". I'm 6'4". My youngest brother, he's like 6'4" and a half, 6'5". And so, yeah, I come from a pretty large family. And so I don't realize how tall I am because I'm around my family a lot, right? So I get to New York and it dawns on me like I'm like looking over these people. Well, I feel bad because I wasn't ready for the culture shock of like how bad it hurts to walk on that much cement all day long, and anything that looks like it's close to you is not close at all. You're walking for like 30 minutes, an hour, like you're doing so much walking, right? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I don't think about it much, but it is kind of wild that I'm the shortest. But I was walking through this crowd of people. I've never been around this many people in my life, right? And as I'm walking, I'm on the phone with my wife and I'm looking forward, but not like looking forward and down. You know, like you kind of, I don't know if you're tall enough, you kind of look down when you walk in case so that you don't trip over stuff. Because you don't constantly, if you're looking just straight, you don't see the ground that's like right in front of your feet. You see the ground that's like 4 or 5 feet in front of you. I don't know how to explain that if you're not as tall as I am, but just so you have an idea. Maybe if you're shorter, it does still do that. But anyways, I kind of look down when I walk. Well, because there were so many people, I wasn't looking down. I was looking forward. You're 6 foot and you're the tallest in your family. Hey, what a card to have. I would be waving that that out of my inventory. I'd be waving that card around like crazy if I was the tallest. But unfortunately, I'm not. You know, it is what it is. But this little girl, she wasn't a little girl. She was an adult, but she was short. She had to have been like close to like 5 feet, maybe 5'3", 5'4", something like that. I didn't see her because I'm dang near a foot taller than her. And when I say I hit her in the chest with my knee, I felt so bad because I was on the phone kind of half paying attention. She was listening to music, so I don't know if she was paying attention, but I know she wasn't. And I don't know if she was from New York. I'm not. But New York, and I wasn't upstate. This is New York City, so I felt so bad. I crushed her. I said sorry. She just gave me this mean mug look, and I was like, woman, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't see you. But I've heard upstate New York is beautiful. I never went upstate, so maybe I should go there. I have been to Maine. Maine is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful state. I come from Texas, and I live in West Texas, so we don't have a ton of trees. And like, if I go outside the city that I live, I can see for miles. You take 6'4". You know, I will say this: 6'4" is like 6'4" is one of the nicer heights that you can be. Like, if you're gonna be tall, it's one of the nicest ones because you're tall enough to like, for people to be like, oh, you're tall, but you're short enough to like do certain things. Like, I don't have to, like, I can't fit into like a Ferrari comfortably or a Lamborghini, but I can fit, you know what I mean? Versus like my brother, he's like, he really has to squeeze, and then anything beyond like 6'6", it gets real chaotic. Really freaking chaotic. One second. People are blowing up my phone. I forget, but give me. Okay. Maine is super beautiful, but with all the trees that are around, I felt so weird. I remember driving to a Walmart because I went to Maine because my brother played basketball for the University of Maine, and he had to have surgery on his foot. He broke his foot, so he needed help while he kind of recovered for the first few days from that surgery, and he obviously needed help getting to and from and whatnot. But while I was there, I had to run to Walmart to get some groceries and stuff since he could no longer do that. And I remember watching the GPS and it saying, oh, okay, you're gonna turn in like a mile and a half. And I was like, I don't see anything that resembles a Walmart. I don't see a gas station. I don't see anything. I don't know what it's talking about. And like out of nowhere, that oddly enough, that's useful. In a weird, dumb kind of way, that's actually super useful. Cool, thank you. But yeah, I remember just coming out of the woods and there was a Walmart and I was so confused. Like, that makes no sense. 6'7", you're hitting door frames. I agree, it would suck. But my dream, like when I was a kid, I wanted to be in the NBA. So, and as a kid, you couldn't tell me otherwise as a kid. And so after high school, I walked on at a college program and played there for a little bit. Was a terrible college athlete. Well, wasn't terrible. My skill set was really good. I just played the wrong position for my size because I was undersized for my position. And I just remember my teammates being like, if you were 6'8", you'd be a whole lot better. Like you would, I would, they were like, you would have gone Division I. And I was like, that's not, I know that probably comes from a good place. And it's like, you're trying to boost my confidence, make me feel better about myself, but that just hurts my feelings. I'm 4 inches shorter than that. So you're not helping me in any regard, but thank you, teammate. So that's the only reason I would want to be 6'7" or up, is because it was like, nah, I had a skill set to go to the league. But looking back on it now, it's like my body hurts from all the sports that I played. So would I actually enjoy playing in the league? I don't know, maybe. Until I peaked at 6 foot. Did you grow really, really fast, or did you have like a steady growth? Because I had a steady growth. My brother had like a rocket growth. He grew like a foot in a year. It was insane. I just remember him crying, not necessarily screaming, but like almost screaming at times, because he was growing so fast. His bones were basically just stretching. It may have not been a foot. I think he grew like 6 inches it may have been close to a foot. He grew like six inches over a summer. It was insane. Whereas I just grew like 1 or 2 inches every year. And I was like, I think I was 5'11" entering into high school and left at 6'4". I grew up into my junior year. I think it was junior year that I hit 6'4". Oh, really? I'm trying to think if I knew anybody that happened to. That was like, I knew one kid. He wasn't tiny though. Like he was smaller than I was by like, he was probably 5'7", 5'8", and I think he's like 6'5" now. Am I following the NBA playoffs? A little bit. I haven't been following it too much recently. I saw that the Warriors won. So I'm a diehard, let me rephrase this. I'm a diehard Dallas Cowboys fan, and I was a diehard Mavs fan, and then the Mavs did what they did, and I quite literally don't know what to do with myself. I've never been so mad at a trade in my life. I can't even. I keep reloading shaders. Is the saddle useful? It will be useful someday when I decide to make the fastest horse or whatever. But I can't even wrap my head around I can't even rationalize trading Luka. I don't care if he was the fattest player in the NBA. I genuinely don't care. You cannot give me a reason that is okay to trade Luka when he is in the prime, entering into the prime of his career, and he just took you guys to the finals, and he averaged 35 or whatever it was. I can't even. I don't know what they were. I don't care what. Pay the man. I don't care. And then he's going over to the Lakers, and now, So maybe I'll just be like, because I was a LeBron James fan growing up. I remember LeBron James had bubblegum that came out. It was like a lemonade Hubble Bubble bubblegum. When I was like in 3rd grade, it came out. What sports do you follow other than the NBA? NFL, I follow. I have recently been getting into soccer, or excuse me, if you're not from the US, football. I get it. That's a big thing. But I don't understand that sport very well, but I'm trying to get into it because I just love competition. I've been trying to get into baseball a little bit. I didn't watch the World Series this past year. It was the year before, I think. But that was a whole lot of fun. So I'm trying to get into baseball a bit more. Like I love sports. I love competition. Luka's an MVP candidate for this season. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And then on top of that, Davis is 32 years old, so he's at the end of his prime. And you trade. I get the move on paper probably sounded good because we were trying to make a move for like a dominant big. We had Kyrie who was hooping, and so that like I guess it kind of makes sense when you think about it from that perspective. Of like, yeah, if no one gets hurt, if nothing bad happens to the team, we have a chance of winning a title this year. But nah, I don't watch the Mavs because I want to watch, you know, Kyrie and Davis hoop. I watch the Mavs because Luka's magical and he's fun to watch, and they ruined that for me. So yeah, I could continue on that little spiel, but I'm gonna save your ears. Ooh. All right, our goal is to get either one more enchanted treasure item. Then I gotta start winding down the stream. I got a kid to say hello to and dinner to cook for family. But I flew up here to go to sleep and I forgot I took my bed down here. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, let's not sleep because the sun's not down or whatever. There we go. They were such a good combination because Kyrie can shoot, all three can shoot. Obviously, Thompson is the best shooter out of the three. I don't know about now in his career, but statistically over the course of his career, obviously he's the best shooter. You have Irving, who has the ability to. I mean, both Luka and Irving have the ability to create their own shot, their own space whenever they need to, in any situation. But they do it in two different ways, which forces you as a defender to make a choice, right? They were so good. They were so good together. All we needed was like a really, really, really dominant big. And I mean, I can't remember his name right now, but we had a young talent at the post position who is doing very well. He probably needs another year to develop. So I genuinely have no idea what the thought process was. Will we ever know? I highly doubt it, because I think the big thing is they didn't want to pay Luka a supermax, and I'm not, obviously I don't own an NBA team or a professional sports team, so I don't know what those numbers look like. They're big numbers. So maybe paying somebody $275 million or $300 million over the course of 10 years or whatever it was is crazy, but still, come on, bro. Oh, I bet. But y'all have Butler now, and he's a monster. What did he have? 35, like 8, 6, and 2, like something nuts. His stats were insane the other night, or last night, whenever it was. I didn't catch the game, but I saw the update on their stats this morning. I don't know. There's something about Jimmy Buckets that is like I don't know, something special about him. Because he wakes up, and it's like during the regular season, I feel like Jimmy Buckets is he's like above average, but playoff Jimmy is a freak. Lively, there we go, thank you. Yes, Derek Lively. Like he's coming into his own. I think was this his second or third year, and I know we drafted him lower, and like he wasn't a high draft pick. But he turned out to be a whole lot better than I think people projected him to be. So Lively has been a nice pickup. So I don't know why we made the massive. I don't know. Butler turns up for the playoff. Butler is a freak during the playoffs. All he wants to do is win, and he doesn't care how he gets it done. And you can't put in my opinion, like you can't. There's nothing you can do about natural born talent. You know what I mean? But there is something to be said about competitive just fire and an unrelenting like desire to win. And that's what, I don't care what anyone says, Jimmy Buckets, I don't care if you like the man, I don't care if you hate the fact that he wants to be traded all the time. I don't care. The man wants to get dubs, and that is all that matters. And he goes out there and figures it out. He gets it done. And then I think it makes it so awesome because he's like a mid-range specialist, which means you now have to worry about him driving and getting that mid-range 15-footer. And then you have obviously the greatest shooter to ever play to ever pick up a freaking basketball in Curry. And so now you're having to make a decision between like, which superstar do I want to have to deal with? And then you have Draymond Green, who is like the quintessential, like, I'm just going to do whatever needs to be done. If it's playing defense, I'm going to play defense. If I got to get into a player's head, I'm going to go get into a player's head. If you need me to go get 15 rebounds, bet I'll go down there and elbow every man I see to get, a rebound. I don't know what's right. I know there's a lot of crazy things out there. What's up, though? Hit me with it. Oh, boys. Okay. Oh, yes. What is it? Oh, yeah. Yes, okay. Luck of the C3. I just want to cast it one time. Okay, all we need now is Lure 3, right? And then we have a maxed... Wait, if I do it the other way? Oh, it's more expensive. Dude, I don't even have... Oh, I can't even do it. I need a bunch of levels. That hurts me. That pains me. That pains me. But we have the perfect... We almost have the... We got what we set out for, which is basically the perfect fishing rod. And then we got string. Okay. The Joker is a freak. Okay? The Joker is a freak. And here's the thing. Shy is he's a monster. He is so good at playing basketball, and he's so smooth. He's so fun to watch. I understand it. I don't think he should be MVP. Joker should be MVP, in my opinion. I recognize that wins and losses come into play in all this, but like, he is doing things and putting up numbers that don't make sense. Okay, and it doesn't make me mad, but I find it to be hilarious that you have a guy who is like, no, I play basketball because I'm good at it, but I really would like to be on my farm or on my ranch with my horses. Like, imagine how demoralizing that would be as a player, trying to guard this monster of a basketball player, and then in the press conference, they're like, hey, you struggled with Nikola Jokic. He had 40 tonight with 15 rebounds and 10 assists. How's that make you feel? As a response, I'd be like, the dude doesn't even care if he's here right now. When he walks in, the dude is cracking jokes. He looks like he can't run. He wobbles side to side, and there is physically nothing I can do. There's not a scheme I can put in front of this guy that's going to help me stop him. And on top of that, all he wants to do is hang out with his racehorses. Oh my gosh, dude, that would be horrible. That would be hell on earth, in my opinion. As a guy who is as competitive as I am, which is one of the reasons why I play Minecraft. Oddly enough, I don't know how I'm tying this all together, but I play this because I get so competitive, and my ability to play video games is nowhere near as good as I would like it to be, especially in games that are competitive. So I can play Minecraft and I can just chill. But that dude is a freak, and he's fun to watch. The work is done. I can go home now. Brother. Just a chef's kiss. And I would be pissed. I would be so mad. But what can you say to the man? He's the best basketball player in the league right now. I don't care what the vote says. He should be MVP. He's so good. I will say one of my favorite players right now is Edwards. Ant is a monster. I love Ant Edwards. And I think it's because of his attitude. He has that Kobe, Michael Jordan, Jimmy Butler, just that chip, that edge. But I guess, another person that kind of reminds me of the Joker in terms of like just super dominant but didn't seem like they cared, it was Derrick Rose when he played before all the injuries. He is my biggest what if. Like, I mean, you have like what ifs with like #1 overall picks and everything, but like to see somebody dominant the way that Derrick Rose did and then to have injuries like that basically stunt the career, even though he played for a long time, what, in 15 years, 14 years, or 16 years, something like that. Like, had a long career, all things considered, but like truly, he's the one player that I'm like, I wish did not get injured, because I would have loved to see what would have happened if that didn't. Would have been so fun. Because he was a monster. Nobody wanted to guard him. And even if you wanted to, it's not like you could. Ooh, boom. Piercing 3, hot trash. Who's the best of all time in your opinion? I've never looked at it that way. Because I played, I have an understanding of, like, you're talking about eras, and so it's really difficult to put it into perspective, but I will say this. The most dominant player to ever play the game. That is just hateful, game. That is so wrong. So I think the most dominant to ever play the game was Shaq. I mean, he was just a force to be reckoned with, and I don't know if this is true, but I feel like if Shaq had like Kobe or Michael Jordan's mindset, he would have been the greatest to ever play. I think LeBron James is the most gifted physical athlete maybe ever, other than Bo Jackson. He might be up there with Bo Jackson, maybe not up there, but I think Bo Jackson's probably number 1. He'd be like number 2 in my opinion. But definitely the most physically gifted athlete to ever pick up a basketball. I think Kobe is the greatest worker in terms of basketball. Of like, no, you don't have to be as physically gifted as LeBron James. But if you just have a disgusting work ethic, you can be great. And then I think Michael Jordan is just the overall GOAT. And then I guess you get to like, I don't know, Larry Bird was a monster. I loved the way that he played because he couldn't jump over paper. I think he has a very interesting take. Magic Johnson, the ability to pass and be like control the game at 6'9" and be a guard. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I used to have a Enderman farm, but ever since I started putting in all the slime blocks in the end, I can't use it right now. So, but yeah, no, Shaq was, a lot of people forget about Shaq for good reason. Like, but yeah, I think if Shaq had Kobe or Michael Jordan's mindset, I'm trying to think of. I think Vince Carter could have been the next Michael Jordan, truly, because he had all the physical capabilities of it, the explosiveness, the quick foot. He had a jump shot. I just don't think he had the disgusting competitive. I'm sure he was competitive. Obviously, you don't get to the NBA and not be competitive, but for the most part, unless you're Joker. But I think for him, he didn't have that like make up stories type of competitive nature. And what the heck? I don't have Luck of the Sea. What is this? That's insane. That's my take on it. I don't think there's ever going to be a right answer to that question. I know if you got to watch Michael Jordan play, which I didn't get to watch him, I'm sure I watched him, but I'm too young. I was too young to remember. You're going to say that. If you grew up in the 2000s, you're probably going to say Kobe. If you grew up in the 2010s, you're probably going to say LeBron or Curry, or like late 2000s to early 2010s, you may say LeBron / 2010s are going to be Curry. You know what I mean? It really just depends. Like, Curry is I think Curry should be up there in the top 5 of most people. I think he's slept on. I don't think you shoot like that and can't be. I don't know. To shoot the way that he does and not have him in the top 5 seems weird. That would be insane. Honestly, that might be unfair. It seems unfair as it is. But that would be insane for him to be that competitive. I couldn't imagine. Because how tall is the Joker? 6'11", 7 foot? I mean, he's close to that, right? Or is he 7'1"? I don't know, he's up there. It's just, that would be insane though, right? Imagine, he would be broken. He would be the greatest player to ever play if that was the case. If he had Jordan's mindset, if he had any level of athletic ability, you know what I mean? Oh, that would not be fair. I mean, obviously he's athletic, but like, you get what I'm saying? That seems like a cheat code. That would be like a my player on 2K, is what that would be. You can't. As someone who has coached AAU basketball, there have been times where we play against a team and there have been times where I played against a team and my team could not keep up in any way. And at the end, I was like, guys, there's nothing we could have done. You guys are simply not good enough to stop them. So I know they come up with schemes, but I know the players are not dumb. The players are going to be like, coach, there's literally nothing we can do. So in situations like that, my assumption is you're trying to stop the other 4 players. Where it's like, look, this guy can have 70 points if he wants to, but everybody else has to collectively have like 20, because that gives us, or 25, because that gives us the option. You know, if we get to 100 points, 110, if our average is 107 a game, then we're in position to win. That's the only way. Like, I think it's that level of diving into statistics and like percentages and stuff, because it just doesn't, I don't see how you would draw up anything to try and stop somebody that good. And holy moly, what I get. Oh my gosh. Okay, the question is, do I put Lure 2 on this right now? Or do I stick it on that? All right, let's just check this out. Let's see what we got here. It may be too expensive. If we do it here, it's 4. 28. 25. 30. 34? Why? Why is it so much more expensive that way? Huh. Okay, well that seems stupid. But cool, we finally got the perfect rod. I just need the levels now. Let's check on this, because I feel like this is becoming empty. Do I need fish for anything? Cats in the future, maybe? I don't know. We'll keep these in here for now. That's cool. We got that stuff. And then we grab these. Okay. This is definitely empty. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, bet. Alright. And boom! Alright. I can't believe I actually got the stuff for a perfect, You don't understand anvils? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, like with the... I don't get it either. I'm sure there's some like deep mathematical code that I could look up and it still wouldn't make sense, but maybe it would help. But yeah, it does make it, I don't know. I don't get it. Let's make some more. Oh my, okay, I'm dumb. Let's put all these in here. What else do I need? This. And I can pick these up and put these in here. And then next is the gunpowder, and then finally this. Gunpowder. Sick. And boom. And just like that, Mike. And then I'm gonna check what my, like how much I have of everything. Two, three. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Let's go refill this. Where did I put all my other glass bottles? What? I thought I had more. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'll just do this. Whatever. I don't care that much. Over here. Alright, and then we do this. Awesome. Oh man, look at me just making potions. Woo! This is the type of content that you look forward to, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, videos are fun to make, and I love making videos. But you don't get to see the nitty-gritty that happens, you know what I mean? You get it? You don't see the grind. We're skipping all that. My Minecraft world, it took me 30 days in-game to find one slime ball for a sticky piston. That's painful. What did I do to go get my first slime? Because I needed, like, before I started digging out this hole over here, I needed a slime block for the whatchamacallits, the TNT dupers, and I couldn't find one to save my life. Or no, that's a lie. I didn't need it for the TNT dupers. I need it for this slime farm. Where is it? There's a sticky piston somewhere on here. Or a slime block or something somewhere in here. There used to be anyways. Right? Maybe there isn't. I needed it for something, alright? The point is I needed it for something and I had to go... Like, there's a cave right down there. I can show you in just a second. Hold on. Because I think I went to a swamp and tried to lay there and wait, and that was not it. That didn't work very well. So then I flew down. There's like a slime chunk. And I think I kind of started working on lining it out. Yeah, I like started measuring it. It's down here. It's like right here. I measured it out. There's one torch there. And then like this is a corner. Oh, there it is. There's the corner, then this corner, and then that goes that way. But anyway, it's like right here. And yeah, there was like some slimes that happened to spawn while I was waiting. And so I just killed those and happened to get the slime that I needed, and that kind of snowballed into this. But as much as it pains you that, you know, for that one slime ball, it pains me that I mean, it's gonna... They despawned. That's why I don't fly away. But are the allays still there? Please say they are. Yes. But yeah, no, it's gonna take me like, I have like 20 or 30 more hours of doing this, so I ended up mining out 200 blocks, 3x3 tunnel underground to find the slime chunk. That must have sucked. I feel for you. Yeah, I didn't do that. I went and sat around at a swamp for like 5 hours, and I probably got like a few. I think I had like 2 or 3 large slimes that spawned in, but it wasn't nearly enough for what I needed. It was not fun. I was pretty not happy about it, to say the least. All right, once I fill in the the final infestations here, which this might be enough. We're gonna go ahead and end the stream because I got cooking to do and things to do this evening, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Yeah, all right. I'm not putting any more in there. All right, that's it. This was the first test stream. I'm glad you guys got to hang out with me. Hopefully in the future I can do more, but I'm gonna go and go see my family and cook dinner and stuff. So, you couldn't find a swamp. I feel that. Your troubles are nothing compared to mine. These are self-inflicted though. Y'all have a good one. Appreciate you hanging out. Have a great night. I'll see you when I see you.